Hello, visuals. Welcome to the channel. Visual Podcast.
Hi.
That's a nice little twitsy twirl.
Hi.
And how y'all doing today, guys? We'll wait for
Hi.
them to reply, Chris.
Hi.
Give a quick- I said, how you doing today, guys? A couple of them will say we're all right, but we'll wait. Some of them reply.
Hi.
I think they're all right. I didn't actually hear any of them. Did you hear any of them?
Yeah.
Why are we twirling?
I hear voices in my head.
I hear voices in my head. Why are we twirling? You won't get the right twirl traction though because you got your boots on, so you'll stick a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas I've got the sockies, so I can give it a little bit of a... I've got an alright twirl on me as well.
It's twirling.
I do have a decent twirl. How's Chris?
Not worried.
I'm dizzy now, I feel sick. Fat men don't do well with twirling. What was I going to say there?
I don't know.
Johnny Knoxville was fucking hilarious last night. Come out and give saying some shit. Chucked him over the top row again. Sami Zayn has to be eliminated by Johnny Knoxville in the Royal Rumble. That'll be fucking hilarious.
You guys say.
Who?
You guys say.
Oh, you can't go to your calendar corner anymore, Chris. Oh, that's the thing. Actually, I had a funny little random question. This is
Can.
Wow, from last year.
Well, no, this 2022. That's something that kind of can.
Oh, do they? Oh, they have 2022. Why has you got 2022?
I don't know.
Oh, you can go to your corner. I didn't know that. Well done. No, I have a cool little question. It's just a nice little question. Which
For me?
Yeah, well, it's for everybody in general. Because it got brought up with a lad at work and we were talking about it. And I thought I'm going to propose that to Chris just as a bit of fun. And then I have another conspiracy to tell you about, which apparently happened yesterday.
Okay.
Beautiful. No, simple question, right? You know the I say original Avengers. I mean MCU, not OG comic books. We've lost a couple of them. If you had to pick and you had the powers and you were Kevin Feige and you could bring one back for another full run, who'd you go for? Because you've got Black Widow, that's, as far as we're aware, confirmed dead. You've got Steve Rogers, as far as we're aware, he's old as fuck. We've got thoughts and theories about him coming in the future, but none of it's confirmed. And you've got RDJ, who is confirmed dead. Obviously, Hulk's still kicking, Hawkeye's still kicking, and Thor's still kicking. So it's out of Cap, Natasha, and Iron Man.
What's the reason of bringing them back?
Whatever reason you want it to be. It's your question. Hey, leave him alone.
So is this my power or just to bring them back?
If you're Kevin Feige and you're saying to your writers, I want to bring X back because I want them to have another 4 films and I want them to do this and I want them to do this and that show. It's your, it doesn't matter, it's yours. Fucking
Natasha.
You have a Natasha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Natasha could, see more of Natasha do what Natasha does.
Okay, that's fair enough. So you want to bring Black Widow back so you can see Black Widow do more Black Widow stuff.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Like I said, there is no wrong answer. It's your choice. I think personally I would bring, I said this with the lad as well. Steve. Yeah, I'd bring Captain America back. There's a lot more of Captain America stories that I've
brought Steve back. Sorry, if you brought Steve back, Anthony couldn't be Captain America.
No, because we've already explored the multiverse. Like we're bringing him back through multiverse shenanigans.
True.
So it's Captain America. Like we haven't seen him be the Captain Hydra or anything. We haven't seen. There's so many stories we haven't seen him explore. I think it would be a better run. I'd like to see a shield team up where there's 2 dudes rocking shields. One's flying, one's this big unit on the ground. I just think, there's so much more that I would like to see. Iron Man and Tony Stark, we saw a lot of. Obviously, he was the face of the MCU and whatnot. Yeah. It was amazing. And I would love to see him back. But I would love to see Ned from Spider-Man do another sling ring. And all of a sudden, he's going to try and give you his paw so he can try and be naughty. I'd love to see Steve go sick one last time. That was just a fun question.
Steve!
And it's for you as well, visuals. You can answer that out of... I mean, to be fair, we could ask this question again in another 5 years' time when Hawkeye might not be there and the Hulk might be, I don't know, dead and Thor's gone. But yeah, out of them 3, for me, it's Cappy Cat. I love Black Widow, but for me, I've seen all I need to see from her. And Iron Man, well, he was the face for long enough.
Yeah,
Not that I wouldn't love to see him come back. How do you feel about the rumours of Tom Cruise coming and playing like a quick in the Multiverse of Madness?
It's gonna be weird.
Yeah, I kind of feel like, no, go away. I only want RDJ.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird seeing Tom as
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Right. That's a question answer. I just wanted to get that out there because it was in my. I thought I'll ask Chris that, see what his answer is.
Okay.
To be fair, I thought your answer was going to be Cap because I thought you would force that show that we've talked about to happen. And
Well, like I said, you could really.
but no, you stuck with Black Widow. I'm taking Black Widow as your final answer.
Oh,
You freak. Right. Did you know that Joe Biden, at the time of recording that this is, as of yesterday, which would have been Friday the 20th, 21st, 20th. Joe Biden.
21st.
21st. Right, sorry. Get off the shoe, you fat twat. To be fair, mate, we already seen them. He has been president of the United States of America for exactly a year. Oh, well, apparently I didn't look this up. This is what the conspiracy.
Okay.
But apparently when I said Joe Biden, I should have said Joe Biden.
What?
Because Joe Biden was killed and executed 3 years ago for having sexual intercourse with kids underneath the White House. So he was killed. And now, I know, mate, I know. And as of yesterday, that means now that the army, because of the Geneva Convention, and I really do think the conspiracy thing is.
You know what the Geneva Convention?
I think he's thinking about this wrong. But anyway, because of the Geneva Convention, it means all the armies in the world now can go attack Joe Biden because he's the fake one. Apparently, right, Joe Biden got killed. They had a fake one for a year. They said after a year we can come attack you. So any moment now, there's going to be a blackout, right? That's it, because now the clock started. There's going to be a blackout, and all the world's armies are going to attack Joe Biden. Great, isn't it? And it didn't take long for Meatloaf to die, for him to say, all right, he was one of the kid blood drinkers. So
He died of old age.
No. Well, he drank too much kid blood. You know, along with Tom Hanks and everybody. You not hear about all them ones?
Tom Hanks is still alive.
Yeah, but he drank the kid blood.
What kid blood?
Apparently there's an island where big celebrities and politicians go to drink the blood of kids. Because it helps them look younger and shit. And the worst thing is, he showed me a side-by-side of Joe Biden. One was from like the fucking 80s and one was from now, and he went, look, they're not the same person. I went, Jesus fucking Christ, mate. Have you ever heard of a thing called fucking age? This guy is a lot older. So Joe Biden is a clone, or I know that there was the weird Joe Biden thing because you saw that picture with the cut behind his neck, and you know, like the film face of it looked like something had been a fake face, but to me that's just a cut. Yeah. But no, yeah. So every major, and that means now Donald Trump, because he's making his own social media and he's making his own platform for people. He's
on TikTok.
He's allowed to go storm which is weird because he tried to get TikTok banned because it's Chinese.
Yeah.
He's allowed to go storm the Capitol now with all the armies in the world due to the Geneva Convention, which makes no sense. But there you go.
It's some question.
Yeah. Mate, honestly, that's why I said, to be fair, actually, Bean said we can go down today, this morning, and go look at the office. But obviously, he was down there at 10 and you were doing your thing, and I think I just got to sleep. No, whatever. But yeah, so I want to get him down and actually have a talk to him. The best thing is, I just love his answers. Like I said to him, because of all this shit, I said, so do you believe in ghosts and all that? And he went, no, it needs evidence. And I looked at him and I was like, what? So there's evidence to all your shit? He was like, well, yeah. So I climbed at the top of our ladders at work and I went, oh, look, I can see the curve. And he went, no, impossible, you can't see the curve anywhere on the earth. I was like, all right, okay. And he always looks at you, do you really believe in flat earth? Do you not? It's like, he's unreal, this lad. He's fucking amazing. Yeah, he's so good. He's so fucking funny. But yeah, just all the... he told me to watch a documentary the other day, and I can't remember. He's like, "I'll open up your eyes." And I said him the next day, he went, "Did I open up your eyes?" I was like, "Oh shit." I said, the worst thing is because of all these documentaries and shit, it's always from somebody's point of view and narrative, and they've always pieced it together to make it look like an answer. What you really need to do is get all the answers, combine them all, and then see what's most. Because it's also this on our side. We only look at our answers, you know, the ones that we see as logic. Don't get us wrong, there are shit out there that's unexplainable. What's that? And I was saying, do you believe in Bigfoot and Nessie? And he's like, don't be stupid, dinosaurs didn't exist. said that one again. We've already had this conversation about dinosaurs not existing. What about Bigfoot? He went, no, you need evidence for that. And I'm just thinking, oh my God, where's your evidence for Joe Biden's bumming? No, sorry, it was Biden that had sex with the kids, not Binden. So yeah, there is that, mate. Yeah, I know.
Why under the White House?
Well, apparently there's a load of tunnels under the White House.
There is. There's an escape tunnel, which makes sense because this is the president. So if you're stuck in the fucking house, you've got to escape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently there's an escape tunnel, but it helps them get to this island quicker where they can do their sacrifices and shit.
What island?
There is a famous island that this bit is actually legit but true. There's a famous island where a lot of celebrities do go because it's like a resort sort of place.
Yeah, which is fair enough.
But a lot of people have said no, because all the celebrities are there. They're all killing kids and stuff.
That's that billionaire who thingy when he got locked up.
Yes.
I can't remember his name now.
I can't remember his name.
But Prince Andrew and all them lot are involved in it.
Yeah.
Aye.
There is that Prince Andrew one always baffles me as well. It's so bizarre, right? Because I don't know. I might not have all my facts here, right? Okay, so my facts might be slightly off.
No.
The royal guy had sex with a 17-year-old, but she was American.
Yes.
Their age of consent is 18.
Yes.
Our age of consent is 16.
Yes.
As far as I'm aware, it happened in Britain. So who the fuck's right?
No, it happened on Thingy's Island.
Oh well, what like country owns that then? Because the age of consent, don't get us wrong, it's still weird because when you think about an old man and somebody that young, it doesn't sit right. But technically, it's not. Like, you could be 80 and have sex with a 16-year-old. It's weird.
It's weird.
But I mean, by our literal own law, like in Japan, it's 14, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which.
It was some island in the middle of somewhere, but it's not part of England. It's not part of America. It's just an island.
But it must have a sovereign state.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I suppose because there's thousands of islands.
Islands? What's a island?
Islands that's not specifically to a certain country, but you could buy that island and you can say, right, it's because I bought that island now. It's classed as British.
Yeah, it's all.
It's kind of that scenario, and so if you go on that side of things, I think it was his island he bought. So technically, it's part of America, even though it's not in America.
Wouldn't it be part of Britain if it's his?
No, because it wasn't Andrews. It was the famous guy who did all the kiddie stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Who hired kids to come and give them massages and everything.
But it's dangerous as well, because remember the Kevin Spacey one that turned out to be apparently now it's all false. Because he's acting like I told you watch House of Cards. You never watched it, but it's
I can't get into politics.
Neither can I. No, neither can mate. You hate musicals. You watch Greatest Showman. Love it.
True.
Stop closing yourself off, mate. Do you think I give a fuck about politics? No. But because this isn't about politics, it's about the conspiracies and the behind the scenes of how politicians literally get people killed to get to the top. And when Barack Obama watched it and said that's exactly what it's like, I was like, wait, what? So I had to watch it, and it's the way that the manipulation goes on, how a vice president steps up, how a member of Congress becomes a state senator, and you're like, oh my fucking God. The bureaucratic system is so corrupt.
Why do they always want so much power? That's what I don't.
Oh, people get hungry. People get what is it? A god complex. You know, when you might see it simply at work when somebody becomes supervisor or manager and they're like, oh, I have minions can do thy bidding now. Because I always play on it at work because I'm shift supervisor. But don't get us wrong, I don't tell any fucker what to do because we all know what we're doing. We all have a good fucking. We'll piss them out. Last night we were getting mallets and chucking them at each other and see how close they can hit us. I got a lad to get the clamps and nibble crippers. It fucking wrecked because I popped it out. But anyway, but I'll sometimes do it now. I'll be like Jim Bob, make me a coffee. I am the boss now. They're like, fuck off, Dan. I'm like, I am the boss. You will take my products out. It just tries to fuck off. It's just a fucking thing. But some people do get a bit of a.
Yeah.
You see them in films, like, don't you? When people get a bit of authority, they're like, So I think it's a bit like that, and imagine being all the way up to president or a state senator or something like that, where it's like in the most powerful and richest and strongest country in the world, and you're like, yeah, it's a bit James Bond villainy. It's a bit mental. Speaking of James Bond, I've got this right. Technically, would Daniel Craig's James Bond be the shittest James Bond of them all? Because because he's the only one that died. I don't know. He had to die to save the person he loved.
It's a different scenario. He sacrificed himself.
Yes, but all the other James Bonds, going back and thinking about them, I can remember, they would have got out of the situation. Yeah. No, you're playing bias now because you love Daniel Craig.
No, it's not the fact that I don't love it. It's the fact that he did it to save his family.
No, I get that.
So how could he got out of that?
Because this James Bond was led on something else other than just doing the right thing and saving the day. He let his dick do the thinking.
But he's always let his dick do the thinking.
Yeah, and it's never gotten killed.
No, but this is the first time he's actually had a kid for something for him to fight for.
But he's still lost. No other James Bond's lost. So on paper, we have a James Bond that's got an L. And no other James Bond has. Don't get me wrong, Daniel Craig's still my favourite James Bond. I'm just being pedantic here. Yeah. But it's the first James Bond to have an L. So technically, that would make him a loss. Oh. So that would make him the worst James Bond. Well,
to me, see, I'm looking on the difference, the opposite side of things here. To me, he sacrificed himself.
No, I think you see my point. Like, if you have a football team, 5 football teams, all of them have got 5 wins in a row, and you get to the other one, they've got 4 wins and 1 loss. They're the worst because they're the only ones out of all of them have got a loss. So strip it all back. No, because what you're saying is absolutely right. It didn't just. It's not just a case of I died because I was shit at my job. He on record when you strip everything back and you just look at it. Okay, this James Bond has 5 wins. This James Bond's got 4 wins and a loss because he's dead. Technically, it would make him the worst James Bond. You get what I mean?
I get what you mean.
That's what I'm on about. When you add the other layers onto it, it changes. But I'm saying when you strip it all back, he's technically the worst James Bond. I was talking about a lot at work the other day. I was like, oh. But obviously that's being pedantic. That's without adding real context.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at.
So I mean, if you add the context, you know fine well.
It's different.
It'd be different, and it'd probably come out on top, not one.
But the argument's void anyway, because didn't you say they're the same person? Yes. I'm not going back through this argument anyway because I'm still.
It's all the same character.
Technically, it wouldn't matter because it's all the same thingy. It's now the next James Bond they do would be. What? I don't know about that. Fuck it, it always baffles my head.
Yeah, it's all the same characters played by different people.
But yeah, the point is, with me and my pal saying Daniel Craig is the only one to have an L.
Technically not, because somebody else died as well. But
another James Bond died.
But they just didn't acknowledge it. This is the first time they've acknowledged it.
Why didn't they acknowledge it? Whose James Bond was that?
It's in the film. You only live twice.
So James Bond dies in the film?
Yeah, and that's why you only live twice.
How do you live twice by dying once and never coming back a second time?
But he didn't come back.
So he did come back. So he didn't die?
He did die, but he did come back.
Ah, so that's a win.
No, because he died.
Yeah, but he was able to... It's that much of a win, he was able to overcome death.
But he died.
But he beat death.
Not by logic, he just appeared.
Well, so they didn't even explain it. He died.
No, he just died, and that was it.
And how did he die?
I think he got shot.
Right, and then how did he come back?
He just appeared.
Well, that makes no fucking sense.
He's not the first to die then, is he, Daniel Craig?
No, but you would still...
But Daniel Craig is the first one to acknowledge...
Right, okay, so when this one died, was he still the same James Bond?
Yeah.
I don't believe that James Bond would have had such a loophole or a thingy in their films.
Hence why the film's called You Only Live Twice.
But even so, though, that would still go on as a win for him, because even if he didn't acknowledge it, he still come back from death. Whoever that actor is, I'm putting at the top of my list now, because not only did he take the L, he got the win, because if death walks up to me and you...
I think it was Roger Moore.
Was it Roger Moore?
I think so.
If you're able to die and just sort of walk back in and be like, hang on a sec, you died, well, fuck death, bitch. You have to be like, wow, this man's a god. So that's a massive win. There was another thing I was going to say to you. I know you're not a big Harry Potter guy. I had a slight debate would be that, do you remember who Tom Riddle is?
Yes.
And he turned out to be Voldemort.
Yeah.
Right, bear with me here, because I don't know what side you'll be on. She said, Tom Riddle and she goes, they're the same person. I said, no, they're not. they are the same person. Being Tom Riddle has his life and then he becomes Voldemort.
Yeah.
But I said they're not the same person. There's Tom Riddle, and then he kills his present form, his present carnation of himself, to kill all things of the past to become Voldemort. It's the same body but two different entities.
Yeah.
It's like Batman isn't Bruce Wayne, now vice versa. They have the same path and the same journey, but when he's in the Bat, he's not Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
He's the Bat. Except Spider-Man and that. And she didn't agree with that. And I was like, no, because they are the same person, but because...
Did you enter the logic the same way, but in a Batman or Spider-Man kind of way?
I had to know. We went into it in great detail.
What did you say of that one?
She didn't quite see it. Because, like I said, there'll be Tom Riddle, and a certain sequence of events, like, I'm not Harry Potter, no, but messing with dark art shit, killed his former self. So all things, like, the best way I described it was Anakin Skywalker to Darth Vader. You were Anakin Skywalker, good guy, did something thingy.
Yeah.
Then his present form died. It's still the same person, but he's now turned into this different thing. Which is like me now. I'm Daniel Gordon, I leave the house, I come back, I hate all things comic book. Yeah. I hate all things comic books. All I want to do is sit and talk about tractors, and I love EastEnders. That's not the same person. It's the same body.
Imagine you.
Mate, you know what I mean? It's not the same, is it?
No. It's weirdly, no. It's like when people do bad things, like you get murderers, fucking all that stuff, and they kind of like get reincarnated, and they come back as a completely different person.
Yes, they're still the same person, but who they are as a person is...
But they end up coming back as a priest or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people say I've lived 2 different lives and all this shit. Yeah. So yeah, I was like...
No, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, because I was like, Tom Riddle isn't the same as Voldemort. It may be the same vessel that carries his whatever.
It may be the same skin, but in the inside it's a completely different vessel.
Exactly.
Yeah. I agree with you. I'm on par with that one.
Really, yeah. Because don't get us wrong, I was being a little bit silly with her, because she brought it up, and I was like, nah, hey! Get off, you sniffing your poo-poo. I'll go out there and pick it up soon. So yeah, it's fun debates, and I like weird little nerdy debates. Stop sniffing your own shit! Imagine if we did that, took a shit, and we quickly went, that's a good one for the day, and walked off.
Maybe it's
hey!
It's maybe how we're stealing shit.
I think he's picked a bit of it up. Why do dogs do that?
Get
in here.
Lexi, Oz's mum.
I think you've told me this.
She used to eat it.
Come on. What, eat his?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've told me this. Right, I need to rattle something. Rattle something, Chris. Rattle something, Chris. Hey! Oh. And again, he got his attention. I bet this sounds awesome on a podcast.
Hey, dickhead! Come here!
Rattle a Chris. What is it? He knows, dickhead. Mate, your poo is what when you're after you've finished eating. You don't need to eat that again. Dogs are fucking... But I'm assuming it's because he can smell, like, the food you eat off. Because you know their noses are so good. They must be able to smell what they've had for dinner and they go, that's the same smell, surely I can eat that. Mm-hmm. That's the only way I can think about it.
Wouldn't want to be a dog then.
Yeah. But it's weird, isn't it, how me and you...
Actually, I want to be a wolf. I spirit animal.
Yeah, cool. You know how me and you are, well, people would actually argue this because I'm a fucking mom. But me and you are supposed to be smarter than dogs, aren't we? That's why. But you know, on paper we're humans. We're able to conduct this conversation together now, right? But ultimately, there's nothing really that's between us. It's a living being. It needs to eat. It needs to sleep. It needs to shit. Same as me and you. Yeah. But yeah, they find stuff like that fine. But me and you are like, nah. But I bet if we were cavemen and I walked across one of your steamy shits, I'd think, hey, that looked nice and toast, that.
That's even just no.
What? Just put it in the microwave, loosen it up, spread it.
Shut up!
What, man? What? Is that making you gag? What?
No.
Heating up a steamy
No!
Don't, Chris, can you start gagging? I'll fucking piss my pants. I'll just fart as well.
Stop going on about it then!
You're reacting to it! Can't help it! I love this shit! Steamy hot pool.
No!
No! Oh, Chris, don't, mate.
It's minging.
I know it's minging, but it's funny.
It's not.
Nothing makes me gag like spew. Like I can't just spew. So when you're sat doing this shit and going, I'm like, I don't get it.
Nah.
And see when people do spew, I have to watch them.
Nah.
Look at he's shaking. He's shaking. What the fuck? Are you all right, mate?
I'm alright.
Oh, Chrissy boo.
I'm a sensitive soul when it comes to that shit.
Do you not remember? I remember that there was a lot of spew. Remember when you spewed in your cup? We were upstairs, and you were sat there spewing in your cup. And I'm like, Chris, get out of the room. You're going, And I'm like, get out of the room. You were just stood there.
I'm down here.
It was upstairs. Because I think you were just laughing. Well, unless I snotted.
I think you snotted.
Did I? Remember back in the day, there used to be a lot of snot stuff.
There was a lot of snot stuff.
There was loads of snot stuff. And you just, get out! Oh, that was beautiful, Chris.
I don't do any of that shit. I hate gagging.
Are you gonna be alright at Jackass then? Or are we gonna watch it?
I don't know.
Because you're coming, you know. Hey, shit, are you gonna be alright?
I should be alright.
It's not awful. Steve-O spews a lot. Oh shit. This might be even better. I might have to vlog this shit. No. My mum's the same. My mum can't watch spew. See when I'm the celebrities on, they're eating like the bugs and stuff.
Nah.
Oh, you don't mind eating bugs,
No, I
though?
don't mind eating the bug, it's the spewing.
See how right? That's mad. That I'd find
I'm
it.
all up for gut and blood and everything else. But spewing and all that stuff, nah.
I wonder why. It's weird, isn't it? See when you're proper viciously spewing, it comes out your nose and it's all everywhere. Oh my God, we're not even talking about it. It's shaking. Right, we'll get off the conversation. I think Chris is gonna die.
I hate it.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I don't love it. I don't sit there and go, "That's a 1 for 8."
Do.
No, I don't know what. I think it's because of Jackass and that. Like, oh shit, I can't even tell you the story. I'm gonna say it anyway. Sorry. Like on Dirty Sanchez, when they give Pancho liposuction, you get all of his fat in a jar, and they're sat drinking it. They're taking shots of it. I find that shit fucking hilarious. Like I remember again. I'm sorry to go into the fucking. No, you eat your poo, you freak. Gonna let him out. When we were on our Network 4 works night out, the first and second one, whichever one it was. And Ian's in the phone box. I'm just sat there like pure. God, go on, Ian, son. I don't know why.
Nah.
I find it so funny.
Nah, I've got to walk away off, but nah. I don't do any of that shit.
Yeah, nothing actually physically like makes me.
But yeah, blood and guts and all that, I'm fine with.
I wonder why? Because spewy-dooey is just the same. It's just your body shit. I suppose though, it's like mashed up food. It's worse that when you spoon, you can taste what you had. You're like, oh, I had cheese pasta. The way you get in the shoe. Sorry, visuals. Hopefully, there's no one out watching. Just we've made everyone that's listening going ah. It was fun times. Yeah, because I remember the famous video we did, the snot gate, where I said a joke and I went the camera and it snotted. And wasn't there a time when you were snotting at the top of a cup?
Probably.
What the fuck is your problem, biatch?
We've had a lot of mad shit in the past.
Yeah, we have indeed, sir. It's
You've kept yourself.
Have we? Have we? We look back at our lives and just snot and spew. What are these noises? I was down here at like 4:30, 5 this morning, and he sat there looking at me going, "Arr!" And I'm like, are you possessed?
Oz does the same sometimes. They just sit there and just makes noises. I'm like, what are you doing? What's that?
Yeah, and like you go up to them and you say, right, there's water. You wanted a biscuit? You want it out? And they do all that. They come in, look at you, and you're like, what the fuck? Like he's looking at the wall there.
You're a strange dog.
He's one of the weirdest dogs
You're a strange dog.
I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. But that's kind of one of the things that I love. Because I don't get this wrong, right? See how he jumps up at you and he's pest to you and he tries to nibble on you. It's them kind of things I don't mean to be depressed in that you miss when they're gone. And you know, you go back and you think about it, it's like, oh yeah, my Optimus who's always jumping up and trying to fight people and shit. But at the time you're like, stop being a pest. It's weird. Like I remember Ellie, when we first had her, she always ate money. Couldn't I keep her with money? He's an obsession like this. Watch his face turn. Watch his face turn. And just do this. can't see his face. You can't see his face, can you? Anyway, he could be asleep. If my mum's messing with socks, he goes nuts. But yeah, if I was to put someone else, like, see how gently he goes for it. He has a weird obsession with, like, he adores socks. I don't get it. When Ellie had an obsession with money, I couldn't tell you how much money over when she was a pup that she went through.
See, I don't get any of that off Oz. He has his teddy, which he makes weird noises with when he's playing with. But apart from that, that's it.
Yeah.
He's never been one for chewing any of my items.
He fucking loves it, mate.
Which I'm glad, really.
It's bizarre though. When he was younger, when he was young, he was fucking 9 months. You've known him his whole life, pretty much.
Right.
When we first got him, he wasn't bothered about my stuff. But as he's got older, but the worst thing is, like, he picks something up. He comes in to say, like, I've got something here, and then he runs off, and you're like, you think this is a game? He genuinely thinks it's a game. So you grab him, you go, no, I'll see. You give him a slap on the nose, and then he goes, all right, I'll get someone else. I'm like, what the fuck's your problem? And you buy him all these toys and that, he just devours them. He's still in as you can tell, he's still in a destructive phase. He's a weird old pup. But again, all this shit that annoys me now, I'm gonna miss. It's weird as fuck, isn't it?
No.
It is
I
bizarre.
said Oz is out of that chewing stage.
Oz is what, a year and a bit?
Yeah, 2 months, 3 months.
So that's a ghost. That's a fucking ghost. Can you hear that visuals?
He's possessed.
Look at just the one eye around the corner there. That's a fucking demon. It's supposed to be an Autobot. What did he do? He took one of my Autobot figures, Grimlock. I was thinking, isn't your fucking team? There's a fucking Autobot. I got Starscream figure, Megatron. Who else have I got over there? Shockwave and that. No, they're fine. He's a fucking Autobot. He's obviously a Decepticon. We've named him wrong.
Yep.
Should be Megatron.
Yep.
Little bastard. I wanted to make him a hero. Yeah. He's like a puppy little baby. And yeah, Mum's going to come and he's going to be...
And you all get to show that.
Yeah, I did say I'd do it, but like I said, mate, there's nothing, but I don't know how much you do, because you don't like rewatching films, so I don't know how much you like replaying games. But there's nothing better than going on a favourite game. Like, I could finish Pokemon. What is a creature? He wants to get out for his poo.
Probably.
I can finish Pokemon and start a new game happily. Batman, I can play consistently over and over and over. I don't know if you're the same.
Starting games I will. Like The Last of Us, I've done that a few times.
Yeah.
Well, when I had the PlayStation.
There's nothing but, and I always, whenever I do a new playthrough, I always remember my first playthrough of games being so careful and cautious and thing. And now you just run through because you know exactly what you're doing. You know what enemies are coming up, what you have to do, which bits come in. And you just smash through it. It's a breeze. It's fucking amazing. I've got to do what my new obsession at work is.
I don't know.
No, doing this and going up to them and going. That's what my new obsession at work is. Everyone's like, you're mean you, because Specky was having a burger. I might have told you a story the other day. He sat there and he went for a bite of the man and went, fighting on his burger as he took a bite. I am a dirty little bite. My Jim Bob is exactly like you, and my goal in life is to make him spew, and he hates snot and spit and that. And I won't go into detail. You should see the shit I do to try and make him spew. Like, we'll be working together and I'll just go, and it'll land on whatever he's working on. He'll go, and I'm like, I can't help it, mate. I'm a vile little bastard. And if I know something makes you spew, I'll try and make him spew. I need shot.
You do.
But that's why, see, when I do this, people look at it and go, that's a freak or whatever. In my head, if somebody was to do that to me, I think it's so fucking funny. I literally believe I'm in this weird jackass group of friends world that we do shit to each other, but we all love it. But I've got to remember, it's probably just me that's loving it.
Probably.
But I can't help it. Like, if he come in here now, like, Andy, you know Andy. He knows I hate my shit being rearranged. I cannot stand it. Whenever he's been in the house, I know something's been rearranged, and I hate it, but at the same time, I'm like, it's a mid-prank. Like, see, when I get pranked proper good, most people take pap. A lot of people in my work would take pap. Some people wouldn't. I find it hysterical if I get pranked good. Like, I'm like, got us there. Like I've gone home, picked up my bag, and it's full of single stones. It's all full. I've had my fucking lunch all spread around the fucking.
Where's your bags for the
Well, they'll get stuck because obviously we sell aggregate at work. They'll get my bag out and fill it right up. Fucking, I had my locker key snapped at my door the other day because we would do so much shit to each other. I fucking love it. There's nothing better than like a prank war and stuff. It's amazing. The lad at our work, he's got a delivery coming to our work with his name, but the delivery wasn't made by him. It was made by the work lads. And it's from somebody, and we asked this somebody that has a site where they'll do this for you, to wear knickers for 3 days. And one of the selling points is a quid for skids. You pay a quid, it'll have a skid mark. So there's going to be a box of knickers with skid marks sent to work for his office. And he's going to open these 3-day undies with skiddies. With skiddies. And it's going to be fucking beautiful, and I cannot wait. So that's what it's all about, mate. Pranking, having fun, having a giggle, because I'm sick to death of people taking life too serious.
I can't do any of that though.
Why not?
I see somebody for like 5 minutes in the morning, and that's it. I won't be sold by the rest of the day.
See, I give my mate Jim Bob a chest infection. I don't know how. Do you ever yawn rape people?
No.
You never yawn rape
What do
people?
you mean, yawn
When they
rape?
go, oh, you go like that. See, he went, oh, and I went, right in his throat, and he went, and he was off with chest infection. I don't know if it was a coincidence or if it was me, but he was off with chest infection. Try yawn rape next time you're around your sister, whatever, and they got yawn. Yawn rape. You never yawn rape anyone.
No.
It's fucking. Me and B always do it. Me and B always do it. I was sat chilling. Oh, and I go, you fucking bastard. Never walk, Chris, mate. Oh, it's hilarious.
We obviously grew up with a different side of the tracks here.
Well, yeah, I'm back.
Yeah. Yeah, you're happy changing your own tail.
Right, I think we'll end
Different
it there.
side of the tracks here, man.
We'll end it there, mate. You're clearly normal. I love being a weird.
Well, I wouldn't say normal.
I love being a weird little bastard. There's nothing better than life. All right, mate. I'll go clean up your poo so you can't fucking eat it. I love being a weird little bastard, mate. So next time you yawn around me, just you watch. I hope to God Steve-O spews everywhere in Jackass, mate, because I'm not going to be watching the film. I need to be cockeyed. I need to find a way to be cockeyed. Because as soon as it's spewing, I'm just going to be going. I'm like this close. I'm like this. I'm going to be right in your face. Go, Chris. Like when you haven't seen a couple of them, have you?
What?
You haven't seen a couple of the Jackasses.
I think about it, one.
So there's one called the Fart Mask where Preston Lacey gets a tube, puts it on his ass, and farts into this mask, and Steve-O's got like a space helmet on.
I've seen the video.
Yeah. And he spews under the mask and it comes down, and Preston Lacey pulls the tube out and has also shat in it. It's fucking hilarious. Hey, Chris is gonna. Chris is gonna spew Louis at Jackass forever. Oh, mate. See, this sounds stupid as fuck. I truly believe that deep down, you just mentioned spirit animals. I believe inside of me is Johnny Knoxville. Because Johnny Knoxville, all he ever wants to do is fuck with his pals. It's not nasty, it's not mean, he's not doing it in a horrible way. He just loves fucking with his pals. Yeah. He's the one that always does it inside of me. And when they fuck with him, same, he's like, that's fucking hilarious. Like, they made him use horse cum as moisturiser for months. You need to watch the films, mate. I've got them all here, you need to watch them. And I honestly think there's like a mini Johnny Knoxville just controlling my brain and my heart. Because when I'm at work, even when like my boss is saying shit, I'm trying to find ways to be like, how can I make a funny joke, or how can this be silly, or how can we make this weird? That's all I ever want to do. That's why I will never succeed in a normal human growing up society. I think it's part of why I'm really immature. It's fucking mint. I don't know, I love it, mate. It's just beautiful. It's like if I come in my house now and you pulled a prank and you'd like removed everything from the house, and I'm like thinking I've been robbed, and you're like, nah, it's all here really, and you've left me with the hassle of putting everything back, I'd be like, what a dick, but that was funny.
I need a key to your house.
It's in the door. Grab it. Yeah, I'm like Loki, the god of mischief. I think you're a little bit more sensible and level-headed. I'd say you've got a little bit of 4 in you, because
That'll do.
Yeah.
Got a thunder.
There you go.
That'll do.
But he also likes his little pranks every now and then, his little goofy moments.
If you're gonna do a prank, you do it right.
Exactly, mate. But I even love little pranks. See how many times I love going, what the fuck you got? Way that fucking. We're still playing that. Yeah, you looked as well. I love playing that. Because all I ever do is I walk down. The amount of times I've drew it as well. Like I'll pretend to give somebody a note at work and I'll draw that symbol on a bit of paper, put it on the bench, and I'll go. And no one else finds it funny. And work, you'll keep doing it like, Dan, how old are you? And I'm sat there going, I'll just run off. The old lad, there's an old lad at our work. I can't understand the fucking word he said. You're talking about you fucking, you dick it, you fucking get him right. That's all fucking dirty, bro. Every time I talk to him, that's how I talk. I have no idea what he's saying, and he's looking at me like, "What a fucking idiot!" I'm just, "Hey, you fucking idiot." You can't understand it, but he chopped his finger off at work, and he waited to the end of his shift to go get it sorted.
Fair enough.
He was like, "Hey, fucking pleasure, carry on." He slipped on a slug and broke his elbow. Who slips on a slug? He slipped on a slug, Chris, and broke his fucking elbow. I don't know who slips on a slug. They're not big enough to fucking.
How did he slip on a slug?
I don't know. He was walking to the pub, slipped on a slug, broke his elbow.
So was he drunk?
No, he was walking to the pub. And then he sat there going to the pub with a broken elbow. And he fucking sitting there, fucking Sarah, fucking. I'm gonna got pissed in full hospital. It's like that. It's like, oh my god. He's honestly, mate. He's probably the oldest one that works there. He'll outlive all of us. He doesn't give a fuck. He is a proper old school person. He's mint. But like I said, I don't fucking understand him. And I don't know if he's racist or not, because every now and then he'll come out and you'll hear a few racist slurs. But like not like direct race, you know, like stereotypes.
Yeah.
Like he'll come out, you'll get that bit, and then he'll go back to gibbering. You're like, what the fuck did he just say? It's bizarre. Oh, and he sings modern day songs on the radio, but complete like, so if you'll be listening to like, I don't know, last Friday night, all you'll hear is, hey, Friday, fucking Friday night, but like he's already took over the song, so he's singing that bit, then they're singing it, and then a song will come on and he's whistling. You can hear it from all over the yard. He's the joiner that makes the sheds and that, he fucking, or you go, start your fucking whistling. Oh, my spots him in. You start your fucking whistling, or you're like, oh, it's not even a tune. It's like he's trying to signal like he needs help, he's in distress. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? And now his boyo works here, and it's fucking hilarious.
Why?
Because they're all related to my boss. So there's another one, there's a lad who bought a bike to work the other day, and he come into work, and just claret all over his face, it's like that. And what's the matter with you? And he's like, I just fell off my bike on the ice. And he's fucking claret everywhere. Turns out he broke his elbow. It must be a theme at my work. But he didn't realise he's driving like this, fucking stiff, claret everywhere. His nose wouldn't stop bleeding. Go out to the bathroom, there's blood everywhere. I'm like, you alright? And he's like, yeah, but he's looking like that. Fell off a fucking bike. I'm like, alright, no worries. He comes out and it's just there. He gets stopped, comes up to the table to do his paperwork quickly, and you can just keep dripping out. And he's like, stop, mate. And he was like, that's fuck. Mental.
Sounds it.
The amount of times you hear people, you be sat doing something and you hear, bang! The amount of times people, because I don't know if you've ever noticed that, well, you've never really seen, the drivers at my spot do not, the boss is the worst, just flies down every road. The amount of times the fences all around the different sheds and that have all been smashed into, banged into. There's always, every day, without fail, there's somebody at my work smashing into something. I'm sometimes doing it. I'll be the digger bucket and you go, what done me? Like, oh shit. It's fucking. It's a proper cowboy spot.
It sounds it.
I always think that, like, the jobs that the lads do at our spot are immaculate. Like, they're perfect.
You just can't look after their own yard.
But yeah, you bring us all back into our spot. And it's like, I was looking around the other day and I'm sat there on a stack and thinking, I'm a fucking monkey. How the fuck am I driving a vehicle with swords on it? You got Cockeye going around doing shit. I'm like, how the fuck's he gonna dig it? He hasn't got a good eye. And then you've got, oh mate, you've got fucking loads of other mental bastards. There are a couple of really sensible people that, I think that's why they're the ones in charge. One of the lads that you know who's going out with your cousin, he's one of the funniest men you will ever meet in your entire fucking life. Told him I had a dog. When I first met him, I said, oh, I've got a dog. Oh, you fuck it. What? Like, do you stick pedigree chum in your foreskin and she eats it? And I was like, what the so I've got a dog. So I'm a dog fucker at work because I have dogs. Well, I had a dog and now another dog. But like when we put her down, he says, "I'll give you a week." So I knew what he meant. So I'll give you a week. I'll leave you over for a week, and then we're back to, "Oh, did you fuck her to death and all this shit?" What the fuck? I said, "Our back legs went." He went, "Oh, I bet the back legs went fucking went with you behind it." I'm like, "What the fuck?" But yeah, it's all done, and she, brother comadre, whatever the fucking word is.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them boys, but I would leave my job years ago. It's just but then you get to work like shit.
Yeah. Like I said, 5 minutes of like, hiya, you're like, let's go, bye. That's it. I'm on my Todd all day. I see random people delivering, but that's about it.
People are quite nice. Alright, mate, we'll stop. I'll go clean your poo up.
He looks depressed.
Does, doesn't he? I always think that. I don't know if it's. I think it's the angle, because you see if, like, watch this. See if he looks up. I don't know if you can really see his eyes. Less depressed. Looks down. More depressed. I can only assume it's the sagginess of his skin. Because I've noticed that I'll see him in his bed and he's like that.
What?
So look up. Depressed. So less depressed. You see it? Depressed. It's weird, isn't it? Because honestly, I'll look at him from my angle and go, "Oh, what's up, mate?" Then I'll get down to his level and be like, "Oh, you don't look depressed anymore."
He sounds it.
Doesn't he? I'll take you for a walk right after the football.
You upset him?
What the fuck? Right, visual psych, listen to that go ramble on. I don't know what you took from any of that. But visual.
Basically, don't work with that.
No, dude, you'll have a good time. Just spewy Louie. We're gonna microwave some poo now.
No,
and spread it on toast. It's just keep on keeping on.
Goodbye.